Part 1, a pioneering spirit. Farmers throughout the Condamine catchment belong to a proud, resilient and resourceful community. A common thread amongst them is an enthusiasm to adapt, fine-tune and innovate. These are some of their stories. Condamine farmers have seen changes across the agricultural industry. Varying climate conditions and prices have led many to adopt more sustainable farming technology, which often has long-term benefits. Charlie Eubagang says events like droughts meant farmers had to adapt their practices.
Due to the dry decade, I suppose, at the beginning of 1990, things changed a bit, and I suppose our farming practices had to change a little bit then too. So we went into, first up, minimal till, and then as time went on, then in the mid-90s, I suppose, we went into total zero till.
Other farmers like Barry Reimers are now making the change from zero till to biological farming.
Years ago I used to work my ground. Every time it rained I'd work it because fellas in the plain did the same thing, and I thought we had to do the same. But it ruined the ground. So when I bought in the second farm I was on, I changed back to the same thing for a while, and then I realised it was wrong, so I went straight to zero till. I've been in zero till now for probably 15 years, and now I realised with a soil test last year we're going the wrong way again. I'm going back to biological farming now.
Catella farmer Nikki Laws attributes the success of the region to the fertile soil.
I think what makes the Condamine stand out from most other areas of Queensland, and particularly the Darling Downs, is our fabulous soil, and it's really a resource we've got to look after for the future. It's fantastic soil that will grow anything, and I think even on a farm basis, but also on a catchment basis and a statewide basis, that our soil, every bit of it has to be conserved and not lost through industry or mining, etc.
Don and Lorraine Bell made a 15-year investment in Desmanthus and are now reaping the rewards.
When we planted the pasture with the Desmanthus, it was at a very low rate because Desmanthus seed was so expensive. So we only planted at 1/16 of a pound per acre, which is very low. And over the period of time of 15 years, the Desmanthus has become the dominant plant, to the stage where last year we actually harvested Desmanthus seed from that paddock.
Pathway Ag Manager David Hall says farming is a dynamic industry to be in.
Farming generally is a constantly changing dynamic industry to be in, and it's a challenge because of that reason, where we're constantly trying to produce crops, growing them in a soil which is a living medium as well, and then contending with the changing environments.
Tony Pascoe is optimistic about the future of agriculture.
I think farming will continue to evolve. There's a lot of new systems going on, a lot of different thoughts going into it, and the younger generations will always have an alternative system to have a go at. I think I got two boys, and I'd encourage them into farming.
Voices of the Condamine is a special production of Condamine Alliance to share the stories of farmers in the Condamine catchment.